all that chit-chat's gonna get you hurt.
Or it's gonna... Or you're gonna get replaced without you knowing by Joaquin Phoenix. And you're not even gonna get a phone call in advance because people are gonna think you did such a terrible job. I'm so... Holy shit. This was voted upon, and now it is our next Trailers Revisited, or as I am now retitling this segment to something more interesting, called Trailer versus the Movie. How about that? Does it make more sense? How accurately portrayed was the movie? We're doing Suicide Squad, Comic-Con trailer. I remember it being different. Let's find out why, and then how this segment works. Well, you'll see. You'll see. It's not just a reaction. You'll see. You know, I think I just remembered with this trailer.
Oh boy. I'm a little foggy, so good.
It's taking some work, but I finally have them. The worst of the worst.
Yep. This felt like a gritty, serious... Oh yeah, it's all coming back now. Oh yeah.
Where? Let's just say I put him in a hole and threw away the hole.
There's rumors, Amanda, that some of them have abilities.
Oh, yeah. I have seen things. Maybe Superman was some kind of beacon for them to creep back from the shadows. I want to assemble a task force of the most dangerous people on the planet so I think can do some good.
They're bad guys.
Exactly. And if anything goes wrong, we blame them. We have built-in deniability.
You know, this is a...
What makes you think you can control?
This is a great trailer.
This is so bad, right? I remember now why we were all so upset.
This is so manipulative of what the actual film is. Oh. I can't believe this. That's right. Oh, this looks...
I still want to see this movie.
This looks like dark and has a deep-ass tone to it.
Yeah.
Are you the devil?
Feels like ominous and
All you need to know
mysterious.
is you work for me.
Feels like it has a Nolan vibe.
I don't remember that goat head.
So that's it, huh?
Oh, not really a Nolan vibe. Some kind
With
of...
some kind of Suicide Squad. Let's go save the world.
Feels like it takes its time.
Right. It feels like it has a pace. This feels more
Who
like a
edited
movie.
this? They deserve it. They deserve an Oscar for
This
editing.
feels like a movie, and the movie feels like a trailer.
Oh man.
Hope you got insurance.
Know what they say about the crazy ones?
Huh?
Oh, I'm not gonna kill you.
I'm not gonna kill you. I'm just gonna hurt you. Really, really
Bad. His performance even looks better.
I know. Everything looks quality. I feel like I just watched a movie for a trailer.
Do we even need to say exactly what makes it so different? Oh my god, that was even more patient and striking tonally than I remembered. And I remembered thinking when that Jared Leto line came out, let's face facts, all right, primarily people don't like it. I know he has his defenders. Clearly a lot of people don't like him, and I would say most. And I remember thinking that perhaps that would be the next Joker quote. I'm just gonna hurt you really, really bad. And the way they play him here feels like this mysterious, ominous build-up to him, even with the music. And the joke is on me, because the whole time you're watching the trailer, the first time you're watching, like, where's Joker? That's what we want to see, right? We want to see the new Joker. And then when he comes into play, and while people were still in a debate ground with him, it looked like he might actually do a serviceable job. They made it look like he'd be scary. This feels awesome. This person should get paid more money today for how good of a trailer this is. Why wasn't the movie anything like this? You hit the nail on the head when you said, while we're watching it, this feels like a movie and the movie feels like a trailer. Absolutely correct.
Well, yeah, because there's just so little in this trailer that the movie even itself tonally matches up to. Even the the Amanda Waller scene feels heavier here than it did in the actual film. And I mean, we talk about a lot just the different takes and stuff that they use, and there were a couple moments that, again, I've only seen Suicide Squad the once in theaters, and then when we watched the extended cut, which didn't help much. But there were some images in there that I didn't quite recognize from the movie. There were some, there was that thing with the goat's head, which maybe I'm just blanking on. There was more occultish looking stuff in the background and on the seams of this trailer, and it made it look like we were gonna maybe spend a little time building up each character, getting them all together. It looked like assembling the team was gonna account for a lot more of the movie or something.
They don't make what the threat is clear, what the villain is clear in the trailer.
At all.
They make the idea of assembling these dangerous, threatening criminals seem like there's an actual menace here, and that there's truly something that they'll have to overcome. The themes that the movie wanted you to deal with of, can we trust these guys? Instead, the movie ends up just being a giant music video and this hyper stylized, edited mess is the best way I can describe it.
Yeah, with this really trite big bad that doesn't fulfill this dread at all.
Yeah.
It doesn't match the characters in the movie or the rest of the movie itself.
This feels like a bit of a mood piece of a film. It's so weird to watch a trailer and then go, it's so blatantly obvious what makes this trailer so different than the movie.
Well, this looks like an action crime thriller, whereas the rest of the trailers, at least as I recall them, make them look like they want to be kick-ass.
We got to remember the time in which this trailer came out and then when the second trailer came out, because when this trailer came out, it was still around the time of, this was right after BVS. I don't remember if this trailer came out post BVS or not. I think it did. DC was really starting to go through, we got to rework shit, man, because people ain't for all this really dark, moody stuff. And what people fail to realize, and I think Joker really proved that, no, that is darker and moodier than any of the Zack Snyder films.
Messed up.
Yeah.
It's contextually messed up, not just dark.
It's really just execution. So I think with the studio heads or whoever was running DC at the time, I honestly don't know. Whoever was running it just didn't quite grasp really what the main issues were. So maybe there is an Ayer cut. Maybe there is some David Ayer version, because this actually feels more like a David Ayer film to me.
Yeah, like a David Ayer comic book film. Yeah.
Comic book crime film.
Exactly.
Whereas the movie doesn't feel like a David Ayer film at all.
Which I understand, props to him for being a team player. Yeah, well, that. But also him coming out and being like, no, man, I'm happy with the cut of the movie, the trailer, whatever, it's great, really keeping the peace on that. And I really do hope that someday, just as a curiosity, he might be able to give us the lowdown on what really happened, too, because it looks like they build up the Joker, too, which is a huge deal, and then the movie itself still makes people wonder what his original purpose was supposed to be to it.
Yeah.
It's just so fascinating to see this moment that one shot that got us all so hyped that just did not pay off in the movie.
It's funny, too, that Deadshot looks like a very heavy Will Smith performance. Looks more along the lines of a 7 pounds. But it ended up just being Will Smith doing it, and I liked it.
Yeah.
I love charming Will Smith.
It's one of the best parts.
And he was one of the best parts of the movie, but this trailer gives you a completely different expectation. And Harley Quinn seemed like, honestly, I think Harley Quinn was fine here. I mean, it really was more, you just get a much more eccentric version in the film as opposed to here. But even in this trailer, you're like, no, it feels like Harley Quinn.
Yeah, and it feels like it matches her level of involvement in the film. And actually, one of the more fun things about revisiting this trailer and not thinking about the contrast was just that to see Margot Robbie from back then, when she was still, she's a big star, but still on the rise of sorts before she got to do the full-on Harley movie.
Yeah.
And her being also one of the kind of agreeably good parts of this movie. I thought it was just cool to go back to that and see kind of the origins of the character for her, even in just little snippets.
It's weird because this is the first trailers revisited, or should I say, trailer versus the movie. The whole point of this usually is to see like, okay, what different takes did they do? What were the first expectations we had? What do they not really focus on that's not in that they really focus on in the movie? But the biggest things that we tend to notice or nitpick on are tone, pacing, mood, style.
Editing.
This movie is not at all accurately portrayed in this trailer, yet it feels better than the actual movie itself, which I find incredibly fascinating.
And also fascinating, too, that, like, it's all there in the movie.
Yeah.
It's just not in any arrangement that resembles A, coherence, and B, this.
Yeah, I know. It doesn't give you all that feeling that this trailer gave, even with the music choice they had here.
Yeah, that's a recognizable song, but again, it's a trope to do the slow, sad cover, but it works.
And it looks
really
like there's
well.
tension here. Like, even at the dinner table with the yellow Nolan lighting.
Yeah.
And Amanda
Steak
Waller.
close-ups.
Really, the word that keeps coming to mind is menace. And then, wow. I really wonder if there was a different cut.
There's gotta be. There had to be like a different script somewhere and a different
blew
cut.
my mind.
Yeah, like it's an inexplicable movie.
I haven't seen this trailer since
before the movie.
Yeah. Wow. All right, guys. Well, thanks for recommending this one. It's so obvious that it's different that I'm actually having a hard time finding the words when normally it's easier for me to find the words when I'm looking for what's different.
It's like the Salvation trailer or the Origins Wolverine trailer where it's like I see it and I'm like, I would watch this movie. Yeah. What happened?
A Suicide Squad grown on you? Are you in the camp that likes Jared Leto's Joker performance?
Are you waiting for that solo movie?
Subscribe, click that notification bell, and do us a favor. Leave down in the comment boxes what else you'd like us to do, a trailers revisited or trailer versus the movie, or Greg will decide on a title soon. Jason Dolan, in a lot of ways, reminds me of the way I felt about the trailer for Suicide Squad versus the movie. Met Jason online, seemed like he's probably a nice guy. One day, let him come to our apartment when we lived together, and I was like, I don't know about this. This might be crazy. Never just invited a fan of the channel over. And I was like, I'm a little hesitant. I'm a little skeptical. Maybe he's a creepy guy. So that was my first impression of Jason, was this guy's probably a freaking weirdo. Come to get to really know him, not just off of the preview I had of him, but getting to know him in real life. He's ended up becoming a really close friend of mine. He's even been on this channel. He gave us his camera. I talk with him weekly on text. We're real friends.
And he's still a weirdo.
Oh, that's never going away.
No, never.
So when I revisit my friendship with Jason, completely different than the first impression I had of him. You're the perfect person to shout out for this video. And also, he's like a great screenwriter and blah, 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 blah. Wonderful human and constantly keeps me updated on the pandemic. Thank you, Jason, whatever.
He sends me memes a lot.
But just know this, you're the Jared Leto of this channel.